I went on an ICE raid and arrested illegals in Chicago. What happened next is insane. Benny Johnson.
Yo, what's up, guys? Today we are going on an ICE raid with Secretary Kristi Noem through Chicago. It's going to be an absolutely wild day. This is one of the hottest topics in the entire country. Come along with us as we show you what a day in the life of an ICE agent inside of one of America's most Democrat left-wing cities is actually like.
This looks like it's going to be a fun video. Let's give Benny the credit he deserves for getting out there, making this video, and doing everything he does. Go give him a like, subscribe, watch his video. Maybe, put it on in a separate tab while you watch mine. And then, you've given him his view. I don't want to steal it from him. He does hard work for everything here. But hit like button on both videos, get subscribed, and let's get going.
These are exactly the kind of people that we want to be pissing off. If you F around hard enough, will you find out?
Guys, I hope so.
5 a.m. We are down in the tower of the Trump Tower garage in Chicago. Behind us is the ICE security vehicles for the Department of Homeland Security. We'll be rolling today with DHS Secretary Kristi Noem. Hi, Secretary. On an ICE raid in Chicago. Come with us as we show you what these operations are like. And it's a government shutdown, so these boys are just doing it for the love of the game, man. They're not even getting paid. They want to keep criminals off our streets. They want to make sure that...
Correction, they ain't getting paid at the second, but they'll get all the back pay once the government reopens. Because, well, we're not giving health care to illegal immigrants and signing the Democrats' demands.
Criminal aliens are deported, and most importantly, that America...
Because Democrats want to keep you so poor they'd rather shut down the government than give Americans the money for health care, and they want to give it to the illegals.
America is safe. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to rock and roll. So come along with us on an ICE raid in Chicago. Let's go. Let's rock and roll. Dark Knight, am I right? Yeah, come on, yeah, that's right.
It's amazing underneath Chicago. You recognize some of these tunnels from the actual Dark Knight series. And then we went to the Broadview ICE facility. There were a bunch of left-wing orcs waiting for us. This is...
Of course, they hang out there because they're probably being paid by some NGO being taxpayer funded. We've got to figure out where these protesters are getting all this money to be paid from, because they're obviously someone paying and organizing to set them up. They got identical signs, identical gear. It's like, come on.
The main ICE processing center in Chicago. We go inside after getting welcomed in by what looks like a team that is ready to conquer Baghdad. It's wild that you need this kind of team in Chicago, but this is the location that has been constantly attacked by left-wing protesters.
I'd be curious to know if the left-wing protesters out here would change their tune-up if their governor of their state and their mayor of their city would all of a sudden go, hey, actually, no, what ICE is doing is actually a good thing. It's going to help our community out. It's going to clear out a ton of illegals who are, living in the apartments and houses that you all want to have and be able to afford. So if we get them out of here, you'll be able to afford the house that they have instead of be competing with them and driving the price even higher. It's like, regardless of if you think they're affecting your life, they're affecting your life. Illegal immigration, if unchecked, will cause massive problems throughout the entire nation, including expensive housing. And, if all of a sudden, if I give this house to an illegal immigrant, I get permanent government payments that'll keep coming and coming for their housing because the government is helping subsidize it, versus that guy that's an American citizen who could get fired from his job and then just stop paying rent.
For months.
So we're outside of the official processing center, the ICE headquarters in Chicago. This is exactly where they bring in.
Kind of reminds me of the things you see with, in the UK where they've got all the hotels with the migrants in them because the government's paying the hotels per migrant that's in it. So the hotels are like, hell yeah, I'll take free paychecks from the government just for guaranteeing a full room and maybe having a little bit of rowdiness here and there. But it's like, yeah, I'll just keep taking these free paychecks and paycheck and paycheck and paycheck day after day, month after month. And it's like, I figure these, some of these apartment complexes that are like, yeah, we'll take in anybody's. And, they look the other way at background checks, and they look the other way at your legal status, and they look the other way at, oh, you've got the housing voucher? Heck yeah, come on in. Well, you'll be making sure we get our money.
The detainees to process them and then ship them off to be deported. This is the #1 most attacked ICE facility in America. There are obviously a military garrison everywhere. They've had to board up the windows, so under attack.
Yeah, they got snipers on the roof.
You can see there's clearly detail and snipers on the roof. So it is going to be rowdy today. There are protesters everywhere. They've had to put up giant gates in order to just cordon off and secure this area. It's getting real out here.
When we got inside, Kristi Noem walked the building, raising the esprit de corps of the ICE agents that worked there. And then she went up to the sniper's nest up top of the building.
All right, we're going to the roof. There have been so many attacks on this facility, they've had to install security barriers around the actual facility itself.
Unbelievable that a sniper needed to be positioned up here, but these, of course, are very dangerous times. Kristi Noem, though, fearless and facing down the left-wing protesters.
Is it like that every day?
Yeah, a little bit more today.
Yeah,
a little more today. But they're dropping
I imagine.
again.
You see the little drone up near the top corner there, the little black line. They got, drones patrolling the skies, it seems.
Last night, and that lets us know this may get a little better.
Is there a constant presence here of
Yes.
protesters and agitators?
Yeah. Yes.
Makes it hard to do the job?
That's why 100 National Guard are coming to this facilities because
Yep.
of that.
Yep.
Wonderful. 100 more National Guard. Let's triple that. Let's make it 300.
What's going on, homie? How we doing? Hey, thank you for being out here. We're here to support you guys. How is it out here? Crazy?
It gets goofy, yeah. They get out of control.
He's being very nice with just saying it gets goofy.
The locals won't enforce anything,
Yeah.
so then they leave it up to the feds to handle it. And then they get upset when they start obstructing vehicles and they get dragged out of there or pepper sprayed or use gas on them. And they would just come on the street, get in front of the vehicles, lay in front of the cars.
Do you feel like you have the backing of the president? You feel like the
Oh,
administration?
100%.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
100%.
You feel like at
It's
the...
night and day, you can tell the difference.
Yeah, my man.
But take
Nice
it
to
easy.
meet you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yo, so heavy work behind us. We are getting
Yeah.
ready to move out. As you can see, there are protesters over here that are waiting in order to obstruct these vehicles. And you're not allowed to obstruct these vehicles, so they got heavy work in front of them. I don't know what's going to happen next. I guess we're going to see. We got protesters, hundreds of protesters. They're not allowed to block these cars. So I guess we're going to find out if you F around hard enough, will you find out?
Let's hope. Let's hope anybody who F's around hard enough, they find out with federal charges. Not just crummy state ones that'll get dropped. They need federal charges.
And then it was time to roll out from the Broadview ICE facility. Now, this was not going to be an easy task because the entire facility was surrounded by left-wing terrorists. And so, what do we do next? Well, Kristi Noem sent out the big boys, the skullcrackers, the military vehicles, and the state police, who are finally cooperating with ICE in order to break up the terrorist element. And boy, these people were not happy. Many of them assaulted police. A lot of them were arrested.
I wish all of them who assault police would be arrested. If they're standing on the sidewalk just holding up a sign that says F ICE or something, something like along the lines of that, it's like, I don't really care. They're, I won't say ignorable, but they're a little more ignorable than the guy who's actually committing crimes. Like, I would rather have the whole group be standing on the sidelines rather than standing in the way, committing crimes, being violent, throwing rocks, throwing pieces of the sidewalk that they've chipped away. It's like you saw that in LA.
Many of them, boy, they sure do love our channel. Listen to this.
Just wanting to show everybody exactly how nice it is out here. What a peaceful protest it is. How pleasant the left-wing protesters are. There we go. I just want to give you an example right behind us of exactly how
You know, we could troll these protesters by buying bags of ice to bring out to them. No, not doing anything of harm with them or, dumping it on them or assaulting anyone like that. Just by buying a bag of ice and saying, oh, you don't like ice? So you don't want anything in your drinks?
How popular we are. I think we have some subscribers here. Hello. We have some surprisers.
That guy with the sign, ice quit your job. It's like, no, ICE agents make over $100,000 a year. They're getting paid good. I bet you the person holding the sign doesn't get paid that much.
We're so proud, actually. These are exactly the kind of people.
The sign without due process. Well, they didn't follow the due process coming in, so why the fuck do they deserve the due process leaving?
That we want to be pissing off.
The only due process is to duly send them back home.
So we just want to say thank you for subscribing. It's your tears that keep us going, actually.
Thanks for subscribing, Lib. Anyway.
And as hopefully you click that subscribe too, along with the like button would be preferred. We like and subscribe both channels, mine and Benny's, and we'll have more fun, more Benny reactions in the future as well. Definitely gonna come up. He's always got something cooking.
Probably about a dozen left-wing terrorists arrested for attacking police officers. And
this one right there in the middle, that girl, she standing like bending her back like, I'm important. I got cuffs on. Like, yeah, you look like an idiot, actually. You look like someone who belongs in a mental asylum.
ICE officers.
These individuals assaulted ICE officers as they were trying to clear out the area behind us over here. This is where the engagement was. There were protesters blocking the entire lane here. Thankfully, it looks like they have been cleared out by authorities, but it's been taken about 30 minutes to move the actual protest so that the vehicles can get through. What you want to do is be able to drive the Secretary of Homeland Security out onto the road.
Secretary, what's your message to the protesters?
There's consequences for breaking the law and for jeopardizing our law enforcement and while they're doing their work. And we're glad we've got people that'll step up, like these guys that are here today, making sure that they're conducting operations and doing so safely.
You got a dozen arrests over here. They're yelling at you. What's your message to the overall leftists who want to be violent in America today?
Leave this country. We don't want you.
She's right. If you don't like America, there's nothing keeping you here. It's not, West East Germany, where they were, fully stuck in a Soviet controlled, weren't really allowed to leave the territory, had to go through massive walls to get in and out. It's like, unlike the free side that was like, yeah, just do whatever. Enjoy yourselves. It's like you had, people on the not free side risking everything trying to get beyond that wall. So yeah, we ain't the Soviet Union. We're not China. We're not North Korea. We're definitely not North Korea. You can leave this country. You can criticize the country, but there comes a point where you're criticizing, but you still live here. You still like it here. Like, obviously, if you really didn't like it and you really thought a fascist regime was taking over, you would either get your guns and actually go to the streets and fight, or you would leave the country. And by leave the country, you don't even necessarily need to save up any money. This is America. Go into debt, leave the country, and oh, now that's American debt. It doesn't matter to you anymore. Just let it, fall off the credit history later, like whatever. Yeah, at this point, you don't care about America, so why would you care about any of the institutions that it owns, that reside inside of it?
Go away, or we'll put you in jail.
Eventually, Kristi Noem was able to move out from the ICE facility, and then we were off to the brand new building that she wants to buy. Kristi Noem wishes to expand ICE's presence in Chicago and purchase a 200,000 square foot monster facility.
Awesome. That's a big hell yeah for this nation. Need to start processing more and more illegals and getting them out of the country. And then, only after we've gotten every illegal that's, not wanting to conform and become a legal citizen in the proper manner out of the country, then we can reform these facilities into legal immigration things, and maybe we can help reform the legal immigration process a bit. I'm not saying make it easier and lower standards. Americans, if you want to become an American citizen, there should be a high standard for that. You should be joining the country, not bringing your country here. We broke away from a country we didn't like.
This facility is obviously the kind of place where you could really 10x processing of criminal aliens in Chicago, and that is going to make libs cry. Libs are already losing their minds over this. We were walking with Kristi Noem, and we're thinking, wait a second, we have to come up with a new name for this facility. It can't be Alligator Alcatraz. That's a catchy name, but that's in Florida. It's not a Chicago name. So we did actually come up with a name on the spot. After workshopping it with Kristi Noem, we've come up with the Deep Dish Deportation Depot.
The Deep Dish Deportation Depot. That's awesome.
And that's caught on. Watch.
This is from the conservative podcaster Benny Johnson. He, alongside DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, toured a building here in the Chicago area that will reportedly soon house undocumented migrants, with the nickname Deep Dish Deportation Center already circulating.
Kristi Noem
That's
also tried
great.
to get into the Public Works building, like the City Hall of Broadview, Illinois, and she was blocked from coming in.
All right, thank you.
Well, that's wild. To not let the director of Homeland Security in any building that's not your own private house, that's insane. It's a public building. Like, if it's a private home, understandable. But this is a government building. She should be allowed in. That'd be like blocking the president from going up the escalator at the UN.
Interesting.
It's fucking rude.
Pritzker says it's cooperation and keeping people safe.
She misspoke. It's Pritzker. Prick.
They refused to let her in. They won't let ICE agents use the bathroom in this facility.
So why wouldn't they let you in? What's been going on here? Secretary?
We're coming to go out and do some operations to pick up some guys with criminal convictions on them, and the city police wouldn't even let us use a restroom.
And you were just blocked by a worker here for the city?
We're at the BC building here in Broadmoor. Would not allow us to go in and to use a restroom at the police station.
That guy thinks he's so brave. I kicked out the director of Homeland Security. I didn't let her in the building. I didn't let her come pee.
So
Like,
as
for
much as
real?
Local leaders and governors talk about cooperating and having the backs of our law enforcement officers. This is what we have to put up with every single day.
And this is exactly how completely and totally cooked Democrats are in Chicago. What a bunch of DEI hires. After exiting that facility, Kristi Noem went on an actual literal ICE raid. We raided a Walmart parking lot.
Okay, so they've slapped vests on us, so they mean business. We're going on to heavy work. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
They just rolled up a couple of dudes who were sitting in the Walmart parking lot. As soon as we rolled in, a bunch of people jumped the fences. You can see everyone like running and fleeing. They were able to get a couple of guys, roll them up, and yeah, people aren't too happy about it here. One of the guys pulled up and started screaming.
If only when they arrested the illegals that they have warrants that they're coming out here to get, if only when they arrested them, they just stuck them in a cell and called up ICE and said, hey, we got a guy for you to come get. And then they just went, picked him up, put him in the back of the car at the police station, took him to the Deep Dish Deportation Depot, and sent him out of the country.
Other locals are like yelling, but it is a rowdy scene.
Criminal aliens were jumping the fences. It's a wild scene. Were fleeing in their vehicles, peeling out, and a couple of them were rolled up by ICE. And then we also went on a raid of a violent offender and rapist who was also arrested by ICE agents and taken into custody.
You see, that's what happens when these illegal immigrants get these soft on crime approaches. You get this, rapist who is just chilling out in your community. They knew he was there, but because he's an illegal, they don't do anything. That should terrify every single citizen living in one of these sanctuary cities. You should hate the fact that your city became a sanctuary one. You should not like that fact. That should terrify you. That, you never know if that guy's illegal, and if he's been arrested, if he's a rapist, That should terrify you.
So, this is a wildly successful day with Kristi Noem. I can't believe that the Secretary of Homeland Security is allowed to go on these raids. It was fascinating to watch. There was a lot of FA and a lot of FO happening.
The only thing that could top Kristi Noem going on the raid is if we saw Tom Homan going through a raid. See the wall take down some more illegals, that would be pretty great.
It is a beautiful thing that federal law enforcement is enforcing the laws of the land. You want a nation of laws. You want a nation of rule of law. The laws in America say that you must be here legally and not criminally. The Trump administration is just enforcing that law. The professionalism of law enforcement, the strength of federal law enforcement, and the courtesy of federal law enforcement was on full display. And it was a beautiful thing to see. Proud to stand with the ICE agents that we were with that day, the DHS, Homeland Security Police, the FBI, whole of government approach to making sure that America is safe, even if the leaders of Chicago don't want it to be.
You can still hear the FBI helicopter overhead. A wild day here in Chicago. Got to witness multiple ICE raids, got to see the ICE facility and the protesters, and Kristi Noem was part of it all. You've never seen
And you got to see the new ICE facility that they're going to be moving into soon.
Kristi Noem in an actual ICE raid. It was crazy. So what's the point? The point is that you live inside of a country. That country has rules. Those rules are that you can't be here criminally or illegally. And so you got to follow those rules. And if it hurts your feelings, well, tough.
Yeah, too bad if it hurts your feelings that people who didn't come here legally are getting kicked out. Sorry, not sorry, but you came here, they came here illegally, they made that decision, or their parents made that decision with them, and if their parents made that decision and brought them here illegally, then they should self-deport and be like, hey, Mom, Dad, that was wrong of you. We have less privileges here. We have less rights. Let's go. Let's leave. Let's go back home. Let's take that, I think it's $1,000 if you deport yourself. And it's not going to go far. It's not going to last forever, but in some of these countries, that $1,000 might get you a pretty good chunk of time. Well, you resettle in.
Don't come here illegally, I guess. But the most important thing is that for a state like Chicago, and for a place like this, don't be violent, right? We saw a bunch of arrests today, what we assume are American citizens and left-wingers that attacked cops. Don't do that, right? They're not messing around, and this is a administration that's going to make America safe again. So, you can do it the easy way or the hard way, as they say. I guess today was the hard way. It's your boy Benny here in Chicago. See ya.
Yeah, that was a fantastic video. Benny did a great job here with this one, as he always does. I never clicked the subscribe button on this channel, but I'm going to smack that right there now. You smack my subscribe button, turn on notifications if you want them, and hit the like button, and get on out of here. Have a good day, and stay safe.